to the Rocky and Derrick Show. If you like our interviews, please visit our website, rockyandderrickshow.com, and visit our photo and video galleries. Today we're here at Green Hill Art Gallery with
Elizabeth Harry
and Laura Maruzzella.
And they do.
I'm the shop manager and registrar.
And I'm the art educator here at the studios at Green Hill.
How long have you been working here?
I have been working here for about 3.5 years.
And I've been here since July, so probably about 9 or 10 months now. Pretty new.
So what does somebody with your job do?
So, I wonder how many other people have my job. So, well, registrar at an art gallery is someone who receives artwork, logs it in a database to keep track of it all, and just keeps an inventory of all of the artwork that's on the premises. And then shop manager, there's lots of shop managers, who manage a retail shop, and I choose artists who are on view in the shop and make sure that they get paid and all that kind of good stuff.
Same question, different question.
Same question.
As an art educator, it's kind of like being an art teacher, but instead of being in a school, I'm in a nonprofit. So there's lots of different things we do in the studios. We do workshops and classes, sometimes for little kids, preschool age kids, sometimes for adults, sometimes for older adults. There's all different kinds of programs that we do. We have field trips come into the studio, and so I work with Jamie Meyer, the education director, and we facilitate all of those educational programs.
Have you always wanted to become, involved with art?
That's a great question. For me, I have always wanted to become involved with art. I used to come to Green Hill when I was younger and go in the studios and make art. I've always been excited about art class and excited about drawing and painting, so I think a lot of people that are in the arts have been excited about art since they were pretty young.
That's true for me too. I always knew that I wanted to be able to be around art in my job, so that was my goal. And it can be pretty difficult to find a job in the arts, but they're out there, so you just have to be really persistent and keep looking.
So can anybody put art here, like in the gallery?
So Green Hill is a center for North Carolina artists. So all of the artists who come through our doors either were born in North Carolina or went to school in North Carolina, or they lived in North Carolina through some really important part of their growth as an artist. So that's kind of the first barrier, is North Carolina. Those are the kind of artists that we accept into our gallery. Aside from that, we welcome all types of artists into our gallery. Our main gallery space is curated by Edie Carpenter, who is a fantastic curator. She selects art and artists from all over the state to be included in the gallery, and those are usually just really big installations like Slow Art that's on view right now. There's some kind of monumental artworks by some really important artists. But we do also have, artists who make smaller works. We have jewelers and metalsmiths and painters. We've got some painting on the wall behind us. So really anybody who is a North Carolina artist could show at Green Hill.
All kinds of artists come into the studios. So we have people that have been making art their whole lives, and they come in and they make art with their family. And then we have people that have come in and they don't know anything about art. They're kind of scared of art. They're afraid to draw. They always say, I don't know how to draw. I'm not very good at this. And that's okay, because we don't give out any grades, and this is a judgment-free zone. So if you're thinking, I would really like to do that, but I'm not really good at that, this is the place for you. So,
Did you have to get a degree to do something with art?
That's a good question. I went to school, I got a degree. I think a lot of arts organizations, there are jobs that you need a degree. Like if you're going to be an art teacher, you need a teaching degree. But there's a lot of nonprofits and different avenues that people can take where you might not need a degree, you maybe just need a lot of experience. I think that's true for a lot of visual arts, musicians, performers. I think sometimes experience can be just as important as a degree from school.
I think that's really true. It's a really good point. For artists in particular, there are so many amazing artists who, went all the way through school as high as you can go to get a master's or a doctorate, but there are also really amazing, really important artists who never went to school after they graduated high school. So it kind of just depends on the artist and the circumstance and what's going to be the best path for them. Usually going to school kind of gives you a leg up. You can kind of enter the art world with a little bit of a boost as opposed to if you don't go to school. And also when you go to school, you can learn lots of really great techniques. Like, for example, if you wanted to be a metalsmith or a glass blower, you would have to go study with someone in order to do that. It would be pretty much impossible to learn how to blow glass on your own without the but yeah.
So what attracted you to Green Hill?
Why did I want to work at Green Hill? Well, I knew about Green Hill as an art gallery for North Carolina artists, and I thought it was a really cool place. And I was looking for jobs, and it kind of, the stars aligned for me, really. There was a job opening at the point when I was looking for jobs, and so I knew that it would be a perfect fit at the time. But my goal really was I want to work somewhere where I can see art every day. That was the goal, and Green Hill has art here every day. So that's why I wanted to work here.
Is that my question too? I wanted to work at Green Hill pretty much for the same reasons Elizabeth just said. I think that sometimes in the arts, jobs are very hard to find, and I feel like the timing was pretty lucky for me to find an open position at Green Hill. And just everything I read about the job description I was excited about, and I was just excited about reading about it and learning about it, and I knew about Green Hill, and I knew it would be a really awesome place to work.
What inspired you to do art?
I think for me, I was pretty good at art when I was younger. It just kind of became my thing. I'm not very good at sports. And I was pretty shy, so I liked making art. People told me I was good at it, so I just kept doing it. It was just kind of my hobby always. I feel like sometimes when you're young, you have these hobbies that you do, and I always said I want to be an artist when I grew up, and then I was, so.
So what inspired me to go into the arts? Well, I think sometimes when you've got the itch, you just need to go for it. I know a lot of artists who say that they would just make art whether it paid or not. It's just something they're really passionate about, and they like doing it no matter what. So I think for a lot of people who become artists, it's something that happens because they're really passionate about it. You love doing that. You love making art and making work and being part of arts communities. So you just work really hard and you make it happen.
Are any of your artwork on display here in Green Hill?
No, I'm actually not an artist. I just love art. There's lots of great art here, but none by me.
Me either. No, I think a lot of times galleries, a lot of galleries probably don't put their staff's artwork on display because that could be kind of weird. They want to get other people's art. So I don't know. Sometimes we do have employees have staff artwork in different shows or selling art in the shop, but I don't have any.
Yeah.
Don't have any art.
Do you see yourself doing this in like 2 to 5 years from now?
It's a great question. I hope so. The arts everywhere, like in schools and nonprofits, are always getting their budgets cut and getting less money from grants, and it's always hard. Supporting the arts is always kind of in the news, talking about how arts organizations need more money. So it's my hope that all of the wonderful arts organizations in Greensboro are still successful and getting a lot of support, and I think they will be. I think Greensboro really loves the arts, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, I hope that I'm still doing the same thing 2 to 5 years from now. Do you? Do you want to still do the Rocky and Derrick show 2 to 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a tough question.
Cool.
It's hard to figure out.
Do you see Green Hill becoming more like national, like worldwide, or do you like it here in Greensboro?
It would be really cool if the whole world cared about North Carolina artists. Because we're the Center for North Carolina Art, our audience does tend to be pretty regional. You know, if you care about North Carolina, if you're from here, if you know artists who've shown here, then you probably really care about Green Hill. I think it would be awesome if we had, you know, a national audience. Certainly the artists that we show are nationally and internationally loved and recognized. So, you know, in a sense, yes, the artists that we show are, you know, important worldwide artists. Just because they're from North Carolina doesn't mean that they're less good artists. In fact, they're really excellent artists. So I would love it if we had, you know, worldwide or national renown. We'll see. We'll see if we get there.
What is the most famous person that ever came to, well, not ever, but like came here to Green Hill?
That's a great question. I don't know. Green Hill's been a gallery since 1974, so it's hard to say. I will say, Elizabeth just reminded me, Congresswoman Alma Adams was in the building today. So you just never know who you'll see in the Cultural Arts Center.
Yeah.
But I do think we've had a lot of artists that are like nationally and internationally known, but I can't name them because I don't remember. But yeah, we're pretty famous here.
That's a hard question. Most famous. Most famous is hard. I don't know.
We've got some Greensboro famous.
I don't wanna
We
s-
are
I don't wanna s-
Greensboro famous right now.
I don't want to single anyone out because there's lots of
Yeah.
you know, really great people who've come through here. I mean, the 4 artists on view in slow art right now, Setsuya Katani, Leanne Halberg, Jan Ruwan, and Janine Marchand, those are all really great artists who've shown all over the country and sometimes even internationally. So we've got 4 famous artists in the gallery right now.
How can people get in contact with you?
Well, you can always come visit us at Green Hill. We're in the Greensboro Cultural Arts Center, which is really close to the library downtown. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 7 p.m. And also on the weekends, on Saturday, we're open from,
12 to 5.
12 to 5, and Sunday, 2 to 5.
Every Wednesday night, we are open for free in the studios from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So you can come with your family and you can come make art in our studios. Everything you make, you get to take home with you. Free family night, Wednesday night.
It's really fun. But other than that, other than visiting us, you can visit our website to see pictures of our gallery and get some more details on our exhibitions. That's greenhillnc.org. So I hope you check it out.
We're on Instagram.
Yeah, all of those,
We're on Facebook.
all those social medias. You can
Like
just
us, subscribe, follow us. All those things.
In your own words, what advice would you give the kids?
Oh gosh, about what? About art? Never stop making art. That's all.
My advice is to be persistent. Keep going. A lot of people assume that if you're going to be an artist, it's just going to come naturally. And to some extent, it does come naturally. Some people are just naturally really talented, but you also have to make a practice of it. Do it every day, whether you feel like it or not. If you spend 15 minutes every single day doing something you care about, give yourself 6 months or a year, you're going to be really good at that thing. So that's my advice. Do it for 15 minutes every day.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and if you want to become a sponsor, go to our website, rockyderrickshow.com. Goodbye.